Hey guys, Time Repair bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Vilshanka. Today spawning on the left way of Kobal, playing as Ostheer, and his loadout is Spearhead, German infantry, and Jaeger infantry. Face off against him on the right. Don't be fooled by the name. This is not Asian Mint, this is Creatifename. Playing his US forces, and his loadout is mechanized, heavy cavalry, and recon support. In terms of rankings, Kobal around rank 45 Ostheer, and Creatifename around rank 8 US forces. So yeah, a bit of a joke here. Like, I noticed that Asian Mint changed his name to Creatifename. You can tell who's who, because if you look up on the leaderboards, you see Creatifename with the German flag next to his player card, whereas Asian Mint obviously Korean. So yeah, don't be fooled. But yeah, just some more name changing shenanigans from players, making it hard to keep track of who's who. Okay, so early control in the center there from Creatifename. Didn't send his re-echelon into the center to wire this off, just sending him out to the far edges to cap, also making a pretty early play for the munitions. And only going for 2 riflemen here, 2 riflemen tech. So it does lead to some pretty slow starts for US forces. Can't really get aggressive, try and flank machine guns or anything like that if you're just going for 2 rifle tech. But here he is actually flanking the machine gun with his rear echelon. We have Grenadier coming up from the south. He does manage to sneak past just before MG got the suppression in there. Just got around the corner before it finished setting up. And also the engagement going well, pretty well in the center there for Creatifename. Pies versus rifleman at this range, pretty good for the rifles. But this is an interesting option. He hits the lieutenant. Often you'd see a 50 cal at this stage, but he's going for another rifle squad instead. So a bit of a surprise going for that early officer tech, but then ending up going for another rifle anyway.
Rifle squad ready for action. Krauts are sniffing around our asses.
Okay, push here from Kobal onto the cutoff, but not going to work out too well. Lieutenant arriving. Forcing that Grenadier away. Also see these rifles making a play for the northern fuel here, but already Grenadiers in position to repel them, and MG setting up there as well, so gets out of there. Another lieutenant taking quite a lot of damage, but we do have some re-echelon coming in on the road at the moment, and the flamer pops, force away the REs. Now the rifles closing the distance on the low health Grenadiers, but they retreat. Don't end up taking any model losses. Flamers come forwards hoping to get aggressive, but would have taken too much damage. They're already super low. So he pulls back to the cover, drops 2 models there. Might have been intentional to just stick around there and lose those models since he doesn't have healing down right now. Could, of course, start building healing. This Grenadier that's back at the base also needs healing. Grenadiers want to jump on top of that cutoff, but rifles nearby. Lieutenant waiting around the corner. Would not go very well for Kobal if he tried to. Rifles up there in the north. Looks like they're going to go for the VP. Got some nice heavy cover there to battle against this building with. Kobal jumping out of the building and into that heavy cover, but that's kind of hard to stand behind. It's really small, that little statue. Now going to be outnumbered 2v1 in the north. Looks like this Grenadier maybe used the green medkit here instead of trying to put down his bunker for healing. It's a pretty good option, honestly. In fact, yeah, he wouldn't have had the munitions having gone for the flamer. So yeah, nice use of the green medkit. They're pretty reasonable, 15 munitions. Not the end of the world, kind of similar cost to a charge OKW medkit. Oof. Wow. Lieutenant getting saved by the M20 coming in there with the smoke, but the M20 hitting the field super late for Creatifename. Look at how much fuel he has. He could have basically gone for the Stuart instead.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
M20, yep, forcing away squads all across the map and having gone for a Panzer Grenadier that is going to slow down the tech for Kobal here. Oh, he's also going for a bunker now as well. There's quite a lot of manpower invested into those two things, which does slow down your tier 2 tech structure. And accordingly will also slow down your 222 in response to the M20. Now, M20 continuing to roll around the battlefield, forcing a whole bunch of retreats. Kobal going for pretty early retreats, not trying to just stay behind heavy cover, stall out on any angle, just trying to play very, very conservatively with this manpower. Slight error here, M20 gets a little bit close. But Kobal, yeah, it's 222 nowhere close to completion at this stage because of all those delays, other investments into the P-Gren. Doesn't decide to go for the Faust because wouldn't be able to get over here in time with the 222 to then capitalize on that Faust. Would have already been repaired. And now is going to be the 50 cal. Did squeeze in the ambulance between all that. And nice to see as well rear echelon with the sweeper, just in case there are any sneaky tellers lying about. Be able to spot those. P-Gren's forced away in the north. Well, now reconnecting his fuel, and the 222 arriving. Oh boy, this is bad news for the M20. Oh, the riflemen nearby don't have a snare either. Oh, he's not popping the smoke. Okay, there's the smoke. Attack ground from Kobal. Oh, but the Faust, I didn't even notice that. Connecting, and M20 goes down. But yeah, not having Vet 1 on that squad of rifles, perhaps costing him the M20 there. That is very unfortunate. Now 222 looking for the wipe here. We've got another rifle squad coming across, but they're also not very highly vetted. 50 cal setting up, but the 222 clears the arc. 222 continuing to look for the rifle wipe, but it's a bit risky running into the base here. These 50 cals on machine guns do so much damage to the 222. Space diving quite scary. Oh, speaking of the 50 cal, does a decent chunk of damage there to the 222 on the exit. Sits up on the Grenadiers, they retreat. Would have lost the rifleman anyway at that range. Without V2, maybe they could have squeaked it out, honestly. The vet advantage. Grenade into the retreat. Decent idea, just needed to be a little bit further to the north, but yeah, nice idea. Guys could come up to over here and start using some flamethrower attack grounds across the shrubs. Looks like he's going for that there, but slightly out of range maybe. Also not in heavy cover hour on the road at the moment, taking a whole bunch of damage. Slightly late on the retreat. You have bazookas, double bazookas now on the rear echelon to help fend off the 222. So picked up one bar here. And Kobal actually picking up a second Pio squad, also going for the pack, which is now getting forced away by the rifles in the north. Going for the pack here to defend the 222, maybe against like an incoming Stuart. But we are, you know, like a bit deeper in the game. Maybe you would consider not going for the Stuart anymore. Oh, rifle made there. Not really connecting though. And a very close call though. One almost went down on retreat. If that grenade had connected, that would have been white. Oof, that's a lot of damage to those bar riflemen. Also in retreat. So yeah, investing in both a second pyro and a pack at the same time, that's a lot of manpower invested now, and that will slow down the tier 3 of Kobal. I mean, you might be able to tech it at a reasonable timing, but then to put down the tech structure and get out the medium tank, that is definitely going to be delayed because of all these investments here. Okay, 222 coming in for a push on the bazooka squads. We've got a couple of squads nearby inflicting a lot of damage. Nicely done with the push. And the bazooka's getting out of there. Doesn't chase in with 222. There's a snaring squad nearby for Creatifename. So he's playing it safe. And this is when you're on easy streak, you know, with the 222 pumping away, not having to worry about your opposing light vehicle knocking it out. That's pretty good damage. Now Creatifename on his heels. Push back. But he is ticking. Major about to complete. And as long as he doesn't lose all his map control immediately, we'll be able to get that medium tank in at a pretty quick timing. Starting to equip a few more bars now as well. With his good munitions control so far. It's going to give the Grenadiers a bit of a headache. Trying to face against this many bar riflemen where they themselves do not have that many weapon upgrades, having gone for quite a few grenades so far. Kobal forfeiting the weapon upgrades in favor of those grenades. Oh boy, 222. Oh, he should have seen those rear echelon coming. He's got a long line of sight from both the pyros and the 222 itself. The 222 goes down. That was just a straight up blunder. After he took the AT grenade, he could have started backing away. He had the sight on it. Okay, so that is buying some more breathing room, and wow, he's invested into an MG42 as well. On top of the pack and on top of the second pyro. That is going to slow down his medium so much now. Hasn't even started his tech, as you can see. But yeah, that is that's going to be really bad for Kobal in terms of his first tank timing. And with Creatifename about to hit his first Sherman, he's got the manpower for it right now. This is going to be tough. He does have the pack. Rifle grenade cancelled there from Kobal. Forcing away the LT. Nice little trick. But yeah, this Sherman is about to hit like a truck. The double machine guns though should give him some good control. It's quite hard to constantly outposition double machine guns at this kind of phase in the game. But the Sherman should give Creatifename a lot of map control. Big push here from Kobal, coming down looking for the cutoff potentially, but a soft retreat from the 50 forcing back these squads who do have the pyro up there. But it looks like it's only hitting maybe one model. Taking a long time to force away the machine gun, so it's allowing the fight back from Creatifename. Now they're both just stalling out on the central VP, but here comes the Sherman. Let's see where that hits first. You do have the pack overlooking the center.
We are losing a sector.
Looks like he's heading to the north to deal with these Grenadiers, maybe looking for the wipe. Kobal maybe hearing this through the fog. It's an early retreat because of that. Now repositioning the pack to come off. Get some shots in, gets one in. Sherman still on the offensive. No, decides to pull back after taking that pack shot. Even though he did have riflemen like right on top of the pack, maybe could have got the wipe in. That would have been the GG scenario. He decrewed the pack and killed it right there. Kobal now putting down his tech, but as you can see here, he's so strapped for manpower. A lot of reinforcements required, and still, you know, 300 manpower away from his own tanks. So that second machine gun, especially, second pyro and the second machine gun, maybe he could have squeezed in one or the other, but both together, it's going to delay his tank a long way. And that should give the Sherman a lot of time to do damage here. We've got a triple cap for Creatifename right now. There's an attack ground there. And repositions, and he's not really going to push in too aggressively here. Kobal with very little territory to his name, basically just his fuel point right now. And it is tough to penetrate this kind of formation. Your double machine guns contained in such a small area, very hard to get super aggressive for Creatifename, but looks like Kobal not reinforcing anything, just choosing to bleed out a whole bunch of VPs and just get his tank on the battlefield as quickly as possible. Which I can understand. Reasonable idea. Also has gone for sweepers on that Pyro squad, just in case the M20 got down any mines. Taking that precaution. And we also do have a command selection. It's heavy cavalry. So also could be some rifleman mines going down. But I don't think we've seen any indication. Oh, maybe sandbag. Sandbag built by the rifleman. And now another sandbag. But I'm not sure if Kobal had seen those when they opted to upgrade the minesweeper. Certainly the M20 mine is a good enough reason to get a sweeper. That's a game ender oftentimes. Vehicle hits that. And here we go, Panzer IV hitting the battlefield. Go onto the battlefield from this side, so can't upgrade the machine gun here, even though he does have the munitions, not in friendly territory. And forces away the captain. And that is an actually interesting option, has gone for the captain, Creatifename. See if we're going for another tank right now. Bazooka's coming across to deal with the P4. Pack coming across a little bit late. Kobal through the center. And one bazooka penetrating there. The Pack coming all the way around this corner. Interesting idea. Thought he would have come through the center instead. Pack missing. Oh boy, Lieutenant in trouble. Lieutenant could go down here. Oh, does go down. A T-gun coming in from Creatifename. P4 doesn't end up taking that much damage rather, considering he's up against, you know, double bazookas, a T-gun, and the Sherman. Ooh, Jim getting a nice hit in there. Yeah, okay, Lieutenant down. Doesn't matter too much, seeing as he did side tick to Captain. Got an extra squad on the battlefield. But yeah, the fact that he did go Captain and pick up an AT gun suggests that he is going to try save for the Pershing next. So we have that to look forward to. See how the altered Pershing performs. Looking for the kill. Pack is there though. Echelon spotter as well, so Creatifename not getting too aggressive. Oh boy, P4 getting off to a another good start here. Okay, rifleman on the retreat now. P4 chasing in, looking for the kill. AT gun coming across, setting up. Oh, dropped one of his bazookas as he crossed the road. I guess that was because he's got the sweeper, he's got the bazookas. Oh, and he's coming in for the steal on it. He has a nice maneuver kind of coming out the side, but it looks like Creatifename, he maybe could have got the suppression on there anyway. He never switched the targeting across to the pyros, but you can pick up drop weapons like that. Not drop team weapons, but drop slot items, even while suppressed. So I think he could have crawled over to the bazooka, and that's actually quite nice, picking up the bazooka on the pyro, give them the opportunity to vet up by shooting at some tanks. They're pretty bad in anti-infantry combat anyway, so some a bit of a roll picking up their bazooka. We have a mortar team coming in for Creatifename now, which is an interesting option. Aztec Captain could have ticked up, got out the pack howitzer. But I guess he doesn't want to delay his pushing any further than that. So he opts to go for the mortar instead, which should do pretty well against the double machine guns on this map especially. You can kind of park a mortar team around here. It's just constantly in range of something. It's a pretty good option on this map, I feel. Okay, Sherman going forwards. Takes a pack shot though, now pulling back. The bar squad's having a little bit of trouble now. We're in that kind of phase of the game where it can be difficult to constantly close the distance. Oh man, he retreated just before getting the cap there. I think that's a slight mistake. But playing it safe. Ooh. So I say it's hard to get flanks and close the distance. It almost takes down the machine gun in the north, but here comes the P4. Missing. Our team looks like it's done some damage, but no kills so far. But yeah, the real issue that I tend to run into when running these kind of US Forces strategies is no sight. Nothing giving me extra sight. No pathfinders, no recon plane. Well, I suppose he does have major recon, but I think the major went down. So yeah, no major recon. And that means you just end up running into machine guns very, very frequently. It can be hard to maintain map control. Okay, tanks maybe about to meet in the south. T-gun up here for Creatifename. So, oh, second P4 for Kobal. I didn't really talk about his commander. He's gone for Spearhead, so did have the option of going for the Tiger. I think that's a reasonable choice to go for a second Panzer IV here. Not give Creatifename a break. Okay, there we go. Hit on the Sherman now. The VP pressure has accumulated. Kobal down to 140. He's got to be careful. P4's coming across. M1 needs to rotate. P4's heading down, looking for the kill on the rifles, but a decent retreat timing there. It's now taking too much damage, and here comes the M1. Sherman here as well. Connecting. Oh boy. Nothing nearby for the snare though, so should be able to get away. An AT gun actually not quite in the right angle. Oh. And bounce there onto the P4, but a decent amount of damage. And the mortar team is softening up this MG back here. 50 cal through the center. And capping in the north with the bazooka REs. MG reposition there for Kobal, but still very low after that. And the stall in the center. Now the captain capping. We'll push up a little bit more with the AT gun. So that's what he's doing. No, he's heading more to the south. He's getting aggressive with the Sherman down there. Wants the support for it. Kobal, okay, not mobilizing, but here comes the P4. The T-gun here, but not quite set up. Slight mistake there. Sets up now, gets one shot in on the rear. Oh, and was on high explosive there. So actually bounces on the rear armor. Oh, but there's the Pershing in the north. Looking for the kill, captain on the chase. Bad shot there from the Pershing to start things off. But no, okay, pack heading up here now. We do have the captain over here as well. You can take down this machine gun, that would be huge. Pushing a little bit slow, mobilizing. Pack is up here now. MG nearly goes down, but the captain actually pulling back here. And the pack fending off the Pershing. Actually went for the target weak point. P4 coming in for a free hit while the Pershing is stunned. Might have even been going for the kill on the captain, but doesn't get it. And here come the bazooka REs now. We've got the AT gun down here. Sherman coming in from the side on the pack, but pack quick to reposition. Oh boy. P4 smoking to get out. That was a close call. Could easily gone down to those bazookas. Oh. The T-gun through the center. Oh, he's still on high explosive with the Sherman, switching rounds now, but if he was on AP and that shot penetrated, I think he could have just gone in for the dive and killed both the tanks there. They're both one shot. They would have been both one shot from death. I think he would have had enough freedom to outmaneuver the pack as well. Speaking of the pack, it's doing a risky maneuver here, crossing the road to try and support these grenadiers. As he tries to pull it back, he could easily lose it, which is a risk on Vilshanka.
The enemy is now at 75 points.
Just Armenia squad crossing this patch of negative cover here. But now he's actually sending it all the way to the north to dodge away safely. That's a nice option. Just means it's not available for support though. Oh. By rifleman behind the sandbags, and the machine gun actually has to retreat. Doesn't get the suppression in. Oh boy, big shot from the P4, drops a bar. The riflemen do escape alive. Oof. These riflemen might not be so lucky. Late retreat. Okay, gets away. Smoke out. Attack ground. Connects. Pershing shot misses. He was on attack ground as well. He didn't need to be. Auto-targeting would have done him better there. I think he was expecting Kobal to back away in the smoke like this direction rather than up and out of the smoke safety. So his attack ground a little bit off target. But lucky for Kobal, he gets away there. That was a close call. Rifleman on top of actually his second pack picked up from Kobal. On top of the double packs, but could lose him now. Not going forwards, using attack ground there in fact, and no, the AT gun connecting. Oh, connecting twice even, max range shot, and that's Vet 3 on the M1. That is nasty now. Looks like he even used a take aim when trying to kill that P4 earlier. Capping in the center, Grenadiers, Pershing coming back forwards. This is the retreat, but also requires repairs. And they are a bit slow on the Pershing, have to rely on the rear echelon, and despite having the bazookas, they are just a pip of veterancy away from Vet 3, so I have 5 men available for repairs quite yet, so a little bit slower. Got the bars on top of the pack here, no support from the machine guns. But no aggression from the vehicles behind this from Creatifename. But man, this could be devastating. Both the AT guns potentially getting decrewed here, but his tanks are just not here for the follow-up. If he pushed forwards with his MG, with his AT gun, you got the kill on these. Maybe that would have been a game-winning position, but instead he just plays it safe. Also leaving the Sherman on AP ammo just in case it has to face down Panzer IV there in the north. And here comes the Panzer IV now. Oh, hits a mine from the rifleman. Oh, ooh, almost lost the vehicle crew. That would have been disastrous. AT gun. Oh, bit of blocking. AT gun and Pershing getting hung up on each other. The P4 on the run. Sherman coming in looking for the kill, but the packs, you have to worry about the packs. Only one of them crewed at the moment. Sherman pulling back. AT gun coming forwards for Creatifename. This could be big with the AP ammo with the take aim. Oh, a 50 cal goes down. And one setting up, looking for the kill on the P4 here. Might be able to get it. Oh, he lost sight. Rifleman crossing the road here. Oh, take a bit of damage. They're around the corner. Oh, but they're super, super low. AT gun connecting once. Before smoking out. Rifles go down on retreat, crossing that treacherous road I was talking about earlier. But both the packs are decrewed right now. Pershing could do a lot of damage. He's trying to get the kill on this decrewed pack, but Kobal coming in there for the regather with the Grenadiers. And it is still alive. Oh my god, the P4. There was 4 models. The rifles go down. Oh man, that is so bad. Just Kobal just, you know, getting away with his Panzer IVs just on one shot so many times, with the assistance of the smoke especially. But Creatifename, I think, you know, just not quite pulling the trigger on some of these scenarios, not capitalizing on those decrew packs earlier, and, you know, maybe a little bit too passively. And now with a couple of lucky wipes from Kobal, you know, taking down that 4-man rifle squad there. I mean, this one wasn't particularly a lucky wipe, but another rifle squad down in the north, and now all of a sudden Kobal is in a super good position, down to only 19 VPs though, so that could be trouble for him. Oh boy, takes a Faust too. P4 coming in behind this. Oh boy, that was a really nice, I think that was an attack ground shot. Sherman very low after that. They have the REs nearby, and so is the AT guns. Pushing down here as well. Oh, gets a rear armor shot in there. Pushing, pulling back slightly. Pack coming in. Huffman really wants to get the capture here. He wants to try drain off those last 18 VPs. Oh, but he might lose his rifle squad in the process. Before sticking around for the kill. AT gun sitting up, pushing, pulling back. And smoke. Smoke. Oh, and it causes the AT gun to pack up. He was on attack move with it. Goes for an attack ground. But does not connect. Now Pershing having to pull back. But yeah, another lucky escape there from Kobal. Or maybe like a lack of aggression from Creatifename, costing him a Panzer IV kill. But he did get away with that rifle, so not the end of the world. AT gun in a little bit of trouble here. P4 right on top of it. Pershing's there. But he's going to get the decrew. Those Vet 3 P-Greens just ripping in, and now he's going for the kill on the weapon, it looks like. Bazooka's coming forward, so a little bit of support. Sherman's still with the damaged engine, so can't really chase in aggressively, and now the AT gun's out here for the killing. Kobal definitely secures that kill. And yeah, just not enough infantry support now from Creatifename to stop this, having lost so many squads. And he's going to go for another Sherman, which is interesting. I think it could work, you know, if you're prepared to get aggressive, going for those big aggressive plays. So far, what we've seen from Creatifename, he's playing a lot more passively than that. In which case, I feel like these tanks will maybe get chopped up by the double packs. Okay, P4 coming forward. We've got double Sherman here though. Oh no, it's a Stug in fact. One on AP, one on HE, so they can't really fight this. If they're both on AP, you could have gone in for a dive on it there. Okay. Second Panzer IV back up to full strength. Still a lot of repairs required on this one, however. And a third Pyro coming in for Kobal. I think that's a reasonable choice given he's got 3 tanks. Giving 3 engineers for repairs, I think it's a reasonable decision. And now popping the recon plane, which is going to allow him to get quite aggressive here. Pushing, opening up on the Stug. Oh, P4 getting a frontal penetration, which is rather lucky. Oh boy, mortar team goes down. That was a huge shot from the P4. These P4s have been nasty this game. Better performing than usual. Okay, we've got 3 Sherman and the Pershing. Double Sherman's looking to get aggressive here. The pack has pushed up. And that is a really bad start. Sherman's super low, needs to pop smoke on the pack perhaps. Oh boy, second pack has been recruited as well. And this is not going well at all for Creatifename. Looks like he's going to take down the Stug. Popping smoke on the second pack. Pershing still on the offensive. P4 up here, one shot from death. But the Pershing pulling back now, doesn't want to take the risk going in for the dive on that. Maybe could come up here and steal the AT gun with one of these rifleman. He has also popped combined arms for all this action, so the Pershing has 50 range thanks to that. But instead running his rifleman into the machine gun in the center instead of going for the steal on the pack, which I think would be the correct decision. Pershing coming back in, takes another shot, main gun crit. Can no longer be offensive with that, and maybe even the P4 could come in for the kill. He does still have the bazooka re-echelon, but that was a disastrous push for Creatifename. Before blitzing out to safety. Decal in a bit of trouble as well. LMG and Bar Grenadiers. Oh, and it goes down. Weapon health was non-existent as well, so that's gone for good now. Maybe he can get the steal on the AT gun now. No, he's got the bazooka REs back here. He's only got one source of anti-tank. Oh, he's going for the steal on it here. Okay, he's going to get the pack. Or is he? P4 could come back in. No, he's too low for that. He's got the pack, or maybe not. MG Grenadiers setting up. They decrewed that like absurdly fast. I can't believe that. I thought he maybe would have gotten away, but at the very least would have like dragged it to like here before dying. And it's tough to recrew here with the LMG Grenadiers overlooking it. In come the P-Grens now as well. He's going to go for the steal. P4 coming in now. This is a full health P4 looking for the kill on the pack. Pershing main gun repaired now. Missing. Pack gets decrewed again. It's a lot of manpower for Creatifename to be losing here. Pershing there hitting Vet 3. In comes the pack. Kobal getting super aggressive. Pushing all the way in here looking for the GG scenario. Oh, and the ambo goes down to the P4 coming in hot. Pack getting recruit, turning about, loses it again. This is so much manpower on this pack. Just keeps getting it decrewed. We lost like, yeah, just hundreds and hundreds of manpower trying to crew it. P4 in a bit of trouble here. Popping smoke. Sherman chasing through the smoke. So has to penetrate, but does. Kind of lucky considering the armored skirts bonus there. Bazooka's charging forwards. Got suppression on the P-Grens. Decides to pull back anyway with the REs. I think they only have one bazooka. Did they drop one of the Zooks? Or was that from Pies with the Sweepers? I have to imagine it was an REs. Oh, pack. One shot from death. The Pershing. Oof, attack ground. Nice attempt. Relying on that long range scatter shot connecting. But he's got the pack. He's got the Sherman. He's got some stuff. But he is draining out so fast. He's draining like 250 VPs just in the last like 5 minutes or something. It's been a very, very sharp decline here from Creatifename. But he's had, he's had plenty of opportunities, but just so many tanks escaping one shot from death. You can really see the strength of the Panzer Tactician upgrade this game. It's just been so strong for Kobal, allowing his tanks to escape. Especially if you hit the smoke like right as, like maybe slightly before you expect to get shot at. Then your opponent, is expecting that shot to go off. It doesn't because you hit the smoke. So then they have to react to that and then go for the attack ground. And that extra, maybe like 2 seconds delay for that shot coming off can be the difference between whether you make it out alive or not. I've seen Von Ivan use that quite effectively on the OKW Puma, popping smoke at the last second in some engagements. Oh boy! Pack goes down again, capping the cutoff. Oh man, that pack, Vet 3, just ripping shots super quickly. And this armor from Creatifename forced all the way back. He really needed that pack as well. Losing that there, trying to cap. That was really bad for him. He just picked up an LMG. When did that happen? I noticed the Grenadier went down, but I didn't see them drop the LMG. And another Panzer IV coming for Kobal. Not going to let off the gas here.
Down to 100 points. I say
There's
again,
no one here.
allies at 100 points. Taking hit.
Try to keep up the pressure. What's the scenario? Ari Zooks. Looks like they're trying to head out to the VP. Maybe not. It's coming back to repair now. And double rifles heading to the south. Gonna look for the capture. Machine gun though again. Suppression and shutting that down.
We're getting the hell beat out of us. We got 75 points.
So Creatifename's gonna have one last roll of the dice here. His tanks will be repaired by then. He's gonna have a second Sherman coming in. He's gonna have a decent amount of infantry, so I think he will have one last attempt at jumping onto the VPs here before he drains out, but he needs this next one to be a good one. He needs to get a VP under his control. And very, very quickly. Oh boy, big shot from the P4 there, and the rifles get forced away almost immediately. I'm very surprised he came up this way instead of like on a more safe route. And that might have been the GG situation right there. Not being able to jump onto the VPs. And recon plane going to spot the Pershing coming around the corner here. Pershing trying to clear out the garrison. P4 pushing in aggressively. Back connecting. Strug is also looking for some damage. Combined arms activated again. Smoke. Bazooka. I think he only has one bazooka on that still. And again, the smoke saves a Panzer IV. Pershing coming around the corner. Sherman in a bit of trouble. Pack and neck. Super long range. Strug one shot from death. Second Sherman. I don't know what that's up to, but the Strug goes down. Pershing exposing its rear. But Creatifename not going to be able to get the VPs under his control in time. Takes down that P4. Could even get this other one, but it's not going to matter. And yeah, there we go. Kobal takes the win. 13 VPs. That was a real nail biter for him. But man, I have to say this game, we just saw the strength of the Panzer tactician, probably allowing his Panzer IVs to escape like 3 times. And that made such a big difference. Also got some really lucky hits with those Panzer IVs as well, wiping out 2 squads in very fortuitous situations to really put Creatifename behind. But he had the opportunities, you know. There's that moment where he danced forward with the double bar riflemen, decrew both the AT guns. And both the Panzer IVs were like one shot from death or something. So if he came forwards with his tanks, I know that they went full health at the time, and his AT gun, and killed both those packs, I think that would have been GG. But you know, he played it safe and ended up paying the price. I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.